Nikos, and I'm going to be your guide over here on Zakynthos Island. All these days we will be together and we are going to do all the trips together. So, right now as we leave from here from our hotel, we are starting our first trip for this week here on Zakynthos Island. Our very beautiful island that I hope that you're going to have a very nice time and you're going to enjoy your staying over here. Me with Denise, we are going to be with you, as I told you, all the trip, in order to make sure that you are going to have a very nice time at all of them. If you have any questions or you need any further information about anything, please don't ask. No, I'm joking. Of course, you can ask anything you would like. As we leave from here, from your hotel, which is situated at an area called Troagaki, which is by the resort of Chilivi, if you have a good look at your map, on the east side of Zakynthos Island. And right now we are heading to Bohali area, where over there we are going to have our first stop and visit for today. Over there we are going to have a stop, but in order to enjoy the view and take some really wonderful pictures from one of the most beautiful places on Zakynthos Island, that also it's called the balcony of Zakynthos. And this is because of the great view from that place that we are going to visit right now, down to Zakynthos town and to a large part of the southeast side of Zakynthos Island.
That they would keep it.
After our visit to Bohali, we are going to drive down to Zakynthos town.
Yes, of course.
Down to Zakynthos town, where we are going to have our next visit for today, where together we are going to walk into Zakynthos town. I'm going to tell you a few things about the town, a few things what you can visit and see in the town, and you are going to have about 1 hour free time to walk and stroll around the town by yourself. And then we are going to meet again back to the coach in order to drive to Agios Dionysios Church, St. Denis Church, which is one of the most beautiful churches on the island, and the place that Agios Dionysios, our patron saint, relics are kept in there in that church in a silver casket. And then after the church of Agios Dionysios, we are going to head for the best stop of this trip. The stop at... Bravo! Who said that? Denise?
Yes.
Yeah. Cheating.
We need a bit of sun down there, don't we? Just to make it better.
And he's got those maps in the coach.
I think so.
Ναι, γι' αυτό περιμένω. Τους έχω δει. Άσουμε την ιστορία. Zakynthos town. This is the part of the capital town of the island. Except Zakynthos town, the island of Zakynthos has many villages all around of it. The most of them we are going to see them on Monday on the coach tour around Zakynthos. All this area that you can see is Zakynthos town, the capital, and it has been built around the harbor, which is the harbor and the ferries that you can see carrying food passengers, cars, lorries. By these ferries they are coming all the supplies that the island needs, and they are coming from the mainland Greece, connecting Zakynthos with Kyllini, the harbor that you left yesterday in order to come here to Zakynthos. Kyllini on the mainland Greece, Peloponnese area. There are about 5 crossings during every day. Also, Zakynthos is connected with another ferry with Kefalonia Island during the summer, and by plane is connected with all the Ionian Islands, with Crete, Athens, and during the summer there are many flights with all the Europe, from cities from all around the Europe, and Asia also, like Russia. On the right of us, at the part we can see a part of sea. That is the Bay of Laganas Bay. Over there is the turtle, is the nesting area for the turtles, and all the beaches that there are inside the Bay of Laganas are the nesting areas for the logger turtle, the careta. We are going to see the turtles, and we are going to say many more things on Tuesday. That is the turtle trip for any of you that you are going to join us, and also we are going to visit the island that you can see on the right side of the bay, that is Marathonisi Island, or else the Turtle Islands. The island has this name because a small beach that you can see on the right side of it, if you see close to the sea, a white part, over there is a small beach, which is one of the most important breeding and nesting areas for the logger turtle, the careta. And because from the other side, from the south side of the island, if you have a good look of the shape of it, you will see that it looks like a giant turtle. It's really magnificent, but you cannot understand exactly what I'm saying right now, only if you see it by yourself. Straight ahead of us there is a mountain called Skopos. In front of the mountain, the area it's called Argasi, is another tourist resort of Zakynthos, is the closest to Zakynthos town, only 4 kilometers away. And behind the mountain is Vasilikos Peninsula. As you look at your map, the southeast side of it, the right leg, if you can say it like that on the map. Behind of it are some of the most beautiful beaches of the islands, all around the peninsula of Vasilikos, at the southeast side of it. You can have your walk around, take your pictures. If you like, you can visit a very beautiful church, which is over there. It's Madonna's church. You can see very beautiful paintings all around of it. You can relax, anything you would like. We are going to stay here totally 20 minutes. Right now is about 15 minutes. Okay? If you have any questions, you are pleased to ask me. If not, of the town, in the center of the town. Dionysios Solomos is the national poet of Greece. It was born in 1798 and died in. He was born in 1798 and it was died in 1857. He lived during the fighting of the Greeks for their independence around 1821, for independence from Turks during these times, and he wrote the national anthem of Greece in 1983. His statue we are going to see in the main square of Dionysios Solomos that we are going to visit. After Dionysios Solomos Square, we are going to walk to St. Marcos Square. That square took its name by St. Marcos, St. Marcos Church, which is the only Catholic church on the island. It was built during the Venetian era in the 16th century over here on Zakynthos Island, and is the only Catholic church remained on the island up to date. Even if we don't have any Catholics, Greek Catholics, still living here on the island. Here, before the big earthquake of 1953 that we had, it was the last big earthquake that destroyed all of Zakynthos town and made large damages all around the villages around the islands, and destroyed many churches of the island that unfortunately they were not rebuilt after that. The coach is going to stop and drop us off over here. From this place we are going to leave in 1 hour, so we are going to have 1 hour to have your walk around the town, and as we are going to get off the coach, we are going to gather over here on the right side to tell you a few things before we walk to St. Marcos School.
You'll be in the majority of one.
Well, I'm going to go on the record books we want. Yeah.
You'll have a one-to-one then, won't you? Yeah. Well, you can do that.
Following the service, I don't know if the service is going every Sunday, but if you come, the big statue that you can see, the statue of Dionysios Solomos that I told you, our national poet. Behind of it, the big building that you can see is the Byzantium Museum that is housing the most of the icons that they were saved by the churches that they destroyed of the earthquake of 1953. Because as I told you, many of them they didn't rebuild them after the earthquake. All the icons that were inside the churches, and they managed to save them. They put them in here in this museum. On the left, the building that you can see is the town hall, the building with flags on it, and on the right of it, another building is the building of the National Bank of Greece, which was one of the 4 buildings that they managed to survive the earthquake of 1953 in Zakynthos town. The second building is a primary school that we are going to see on our way to the church of Agios Dionysios, and the third one was the church of Agios Dionysios. It was built in 1948, only 5 years before the earthquake of 1953. And the fourth one, it was a house, the only house that managed to survive over here in Zakynthos town. That's why, as you are going to have your walk around the town, you are going to see that the most of the buildings, they are new built houses. They built after 1960, because until 1960 the most of the people, they were living in camps, in tents, until they built the first houses over here in Zakynthos town. Up there you can see the area of Bohali and the Church of Madonna that we just left a few minutes ago. You can see how it looks. On the left is the fortress. We can see a part of the walls of it. The rest of them is hidden behind the pine trees up there. We are going to walk together slowly.
Νικόλας, Πέσαμε καφέ μετά.
So, something very interesting over here. Don't look up, look here. So, this is a kiosk that is put over here by Archelon. Archelon is a kind of company helping to the protection of the turtles. The turtles that they are coming over here on the islands every summer, like you, but they are coming not for holidays, they are coming just to make their nests and leave their eggs. Over here we can see the beaches on which the turtles they are making their nests. At the beach of Yerakas, Daphne, Sekania, Kalamaki, Laganas, and on Marathonisi Island. Up here, you can see up to the 1st of September the nests that were totally on all the beaches. Up to the 1st of September, we have 1,060 nests. And you can see at every beach how many. The most of them they are at Sekania, about 426 nests. And Sekania is a private beach. It's owned by WWF, World Wildlife Foundation. They bought the beach in order to make it private, and no people can go on this beach, only turtles. That's why the most of the nests they are made over here. And on the right side you can see how many of them up to now they have huts of each area. Totally up to now about 706. The rest of them up to the end of this month, the baby turtles they are going to be out of their eggs.
By the end of September.
Up to the end of September. They are going to be out of their eggs and nests. As I told you, more information and the turtles that we are going to see, we are going to have on the turtle trip, which is on Tuesday. Very good. It's a very nice trip, very nice glass bottom boat. We are going to visit Marathonisi Island. We are going to cruise all around Lagana, Spain in order to see the turtles, and also we are going to visit the Keri Caves. Very nice, beautiful place with crystal clear waters and very beautiful caves. Now, from over here, we are going to walk over there where you can see the church at the end, St. Marcos Church. Any of you, if you need a cash point, over there on the right, you can see it says Eurobank. There is a cash point for any of you that you would like to make any cash. And during your walk around, anything you need, or if you want to relax and try very nice Greek iced coffee, that we call it.
Yeah, frappe.
Frappe.
Oh, frappe.
The coffee that the most of the Greeks you can see that they are drinking. Try it with milk and sugar. It's very nice. Me with Denise, during the time we will be sitting over here at this restaurant. It's one of the most historical and oldest of Zakynthos town. Anything you need, we will be sitting over here. Okay? Okay. Let's go up to of the town that took its name by the church that you can see over there, St. Marcos Church. As I told you, it's the only Catholic in the town, and fortunately it's open right now for any of you that you would like to visit the church. Behind of me, the building that you can see with a clock on it is the Museum of Dionysios, Solomos and Andreas Kalvos. Andreas Kalvos is another very important Greek poet. Also inside the museum are the graves of both of them, of both poets. Any of you that you would like to visit, the senior ticket is €2. It's very nice and worth it. You can find signs explain anything you can see in the museum.
Who are you calling a senior?
I'm just saying it. There is also in the student tickets. So, and if you follow this street, the pedestrian street, this way you can find all the stores that you would like. If you would like to have shopping or you look at the shops. Any of you that you would like a post box, you can find at the place over there where you can see the stands behind the black small car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Waiting for you again.
And what else I'm forgetting? There is another cash point over here behind of me at another bank. If you have any questions before you leave, you can ask me right now. As I told you, the departure time is 11:10 from the place that the coach drop us off. If you like anything earlier, you know where you can find us, me with Denise. If you get tired or you would like to join us for a coffee, you know where you can find us.
Greek beer.
For Greek beer,
Mythos, Fix and Alpha.
we have many Greek beers, but the most known is Mythos, Alpha, Fix
They should
What
drink
else?
Greek beers they're going to drink.
Yes, these are the most known, but we have also many other beers that they are not so known over here. But these are the most known: Fix, Alpha, and Mythos. All of them Greek and very nice beers. Try and you will remember me.
Forget the frappe, drink the beer.
Whatever you like. Or an ouzo and chipuro. Okay?
Ouzo and the chippo.
So,
You want to go there?
enjoy your walk. If you have any questions right now before you go.
Complain to reception.
Are kept in that church in a silver casket. The church was built in 1948, as it is right now. The first church it was built in the 17th century, but the church as we can see it right now, it was built in 1948. It was a smaller one and was rebuilt larger as it is right now. And that church is this church is one of the 4 buildings that they managed to survive the strong earthquake of 1953. Another building is the yellow building that you can see straight ahead of us with the large windows. That is a second primary school of Zakynthos town. The third building is the building of the National Bank of Greece in the square of Solomos that we saw earlier, and the fourth one is a house in the middle of the town. Right now we are going to stop, we are going to park the coach outside of the church, and we are going to walk inside the church. We are going to have a visit, to have a walk around the church and to see how beautiful is inside, as the church is full of paintings all around of it. The church also, the biggest part of it is gold painted, and at the end of the church on the right side there is a small room where over there is the place that Aios Dionysios' body is kept in there in a silver casket. The celebration of Aios Dionysios is twice in the year. The first one is the 24th of August, and the second one is in the 17th of December. And the 24th of August is the date that Aios Dionysios' relics were transferred from a small island south, 25 miles south of Zakynthos, here to Zakynthos. And then the 17th of December is the date that Aios Dionysios passed away. Italian, that means green. We are making also very nice rosé wine, and we have the excellent red wine that's called Avgustiatis, the red white of Zakynthos. All these kind of wines, you can find them also, except of dry wine and medium sweet and sweet wines. All of them you will be able to taste them at the winery that we are going to visit right now. When we visit the place over there, when we reach the place, we are going to meet Athena. Athena is one of the owners of the winery. The winery is family run, and this is the third generation running this winery. Athena is going to welcome us and is going to guide us all around the place. He's going to explain us the process from the time that the grapes they reach the winery up to the time. He's going to tell us all the information about the fermentation that the grapes are taking to the winery until to become wine. And at the end, as we will have a walk all around the winery, we are going to visit in the tasting room, where over there we are going to taste all these kinds of wine, and you can drink as much as you want. As I told you, we don't have any other stops. Okay? Of course, you will have the opportunity of all these wines that you are going to taste over there. You can buy any of these you would like, as we can find them also at factory prices. You can buy them, you can take them with you to drink them at the hotel.
Starts in 1918 in the same place that is now this winery. It used to be a very, very small winery till 1953 that we had the earthquake on the island. This building that we're going to see at the end of our tour, where it's the museum and the cellar, we built it in around 1960s. And as you can understand, the name Callinco is the name of the family, which I'm the third generation. In Zakynthos, the traditional wine is Verdea. The name Verdea comes from the Italian word verde, that means green. And we use this name because this variety of grapes that grows only here in this island never ripes to yellow. The grapes, when we pick them, are really green. These grapes that you can see over here, the green grapes Verdea is the green grapes you can see over there. But these ones are mixture. We produce rosé wine with these black and white grapes. So what we do, we bring the grapes into the winery, we throw them in here, this crew takes them, and then with the pipes, the grapes are transferred to the pressing machines. You can see at the back, one machine at the back, two machines at the back at the minute are working. The juice that is coming out after, we store it into these big tanks that are outside, which are cooling tanks. The wine is fermenting after, takes 20 days for the fermentation, with the tops of the tanks open, and we keep them in a special temperature around 18 degrees. When the fermentation ends, we cool the wine, because by this way all the sediment settles. And then we transfer it in the tanks that we're going to see inside the building. Did you all hear me? Yes, thank you. So, follow me please inside. Saki, you shouldn't have to.
You see it? You see it? I see it, yeah.
going to go through the filters, and after that, the juice is going into the tanks.
Naturally, when we want to have a dry wine. Naturally, again, when we want to have the medium or sweet wines, what we do, we stop the fermentation so it keeps the sugar inside by cooling the wine again and put it in temperatures under zero, because this enzyme that makes the wine ferment dies in a temperature under zero. So if we want to have a sweet wine, we don't ferment it at all. It doesn't ferment at all. We have to leave the grapes into the sun, explode them into the sun for 5-6 days. We press them and we cool the wine straight away. So the sediment settles.
You don't ferment to add alcohol?
No. Yeah, the alcohol. Yeah. So.
Walk close a little bit to the right.
Be careful over there.
Close to mine, there is a small.
Be careful over there. On the side. Come on the side. There is a step over here. In here is the area we store the wine in these big tanks that you can see in this building and in the building next door. When the wine is ready, after 1 year, it needs 6 to 12 months for the wine to be ready. We have to filter it in the stainless steel filter. It goes in this smaller tanks on the side, and it's ready to be bottled in this automatic machine that you can see in front of you that produces around 3,000 bottles in an hour. Oh. Yeah. When we started bottling, that was 15 years ago. We used to have the hand machines that we're gonna see them. I was saying that the bottling machines produce around 3,000 bottles in an hour. And when we started bottling, that was 50 years ago, we used to have the hand machines, and we're gonna see them at the end of our tour. All this is the technology area. Some wines, like a very special red wine that we have on the island, which is coming from a great variety of Muscatis, is maturing into oak barrels. We're gonna walk there. Be careful because there is a small step over here, and you will follow me from this way down. Just here. When we take it out of the barrel, we do all the things we do with the other wines, the cooling, the filtering, everything. We put it in bottles. Some of this wine is stored into the cellar for further maturation. Some of this, we sell it straight away. While you're going to walk through the cellar, you're going to see some bottles that are over 50 years old. These are some wines that we get through the years that we are open in this business, and also the first tanks of the winery. We used to build big rooms with insulation to mature the wine inside. So what you're going to notice on the wall is the natural sugar from the fermentation process that with the years of use of the tanks has crystallized on the wall. It's like a glitter on the wall. Please follow me inside.
Mind the steps in the tanks, eh? There are some steps that's quite dark.
Yeah. You have to give them in good condition. Squeeze them at least 2 times a year so the cork is wet on the side. Especially the red wines are good for storage. So it's a cork. You can have a look here where is the old dam. You know what this
You can